back. So it's 2031. Now I'm doing New Mutants. So, finished the New Mutants, and I'm glad I waited on renting it. Very fucking true. Like, when I saw it available on Xbox to rent, I was like, ooh, let me rent this. Totally gonna rent it. And I was like, wait. Because I had money. Xbox had given me $5 free. I was like, ooh, I can use that. And I was like, nah, what if I rent it and it turns out to be total shit? So I didn't rent it. I waited. And then the trailer popped up on HBO Max. I was like, it's going to be on there then. I even said to myself, when it was available to rent, I don't want to rent it only to find out it's a disappointment. Best wait for it to be on demand. Lo and behold, HBO Max has the trailer posted and the film followed. True story. Movie is like off-brand Doom Patrol. Very true. It is. I love Doom Patrol, and that's what this film feels like, sort of. Like, that's the first thing that popped in my head when I finished it. So, it's a solid 4.3 to 6.5 out of 10. That's true. It's good, but issues. It has issues with stiff dialogue, what does good with the less is more approach. If you don't know what that means, it means a more approach would be Endgame, honestly, with all this jazzy shit. Whereas the New Mutants did it with a smaller budget and more grounded approach. Apparently there was going to be a trilogy, but that isn't likely to happen. Yeah, I looked it up on Wikipedia. There was a trilogy planned, but not going to happen. More origins would have been nice as to how each of them got there in the first place. Very fucking true. That would have been really great. Like, you can tell a lot of shit was cut out of the film. Because, one, the film was delayed, I think, like 4 or 5 times before it finally came out. And, like, it was, like, I was excited about it when it was first announced. Well, not excited. I was interested when it was first announced. And then it turned into, it was delayed, and then COVID hit, and yeah. That's covered in the less is more setup. But to see it would have been dope. True. I mean, they do cover why they were there, how they got there, but if they'd shown it all, it would have been great. It's psychologically and supernaturally dark, which is nice too. Very, very true. I like that. I like that aesthetic. I do like everyone's powers, which is nice. It ties into Logan. That was cool. It does tie into Logan. Very happy about that. Danny's psionic power is definitely something to be wary of. Truth. Like, if it was, I'm trying to think, Danny versus Wanda, I'd say she's about, I mean, she's pretty strong. She's as strong as Wanda, a little bit stronger, but in terms of she can make you see the worst, she makes your nightmares come true physically, which is crazy. Gonna have to read the New Mutants comic series to catch up. Yeah, I got a lot of catching up to do. Fuck. I would also say this could be an underrated film down the road, given it's a solo outing for a new team and the focus on Danny. Very true. Like, instead of it being one of the basic setups for a superhero team to go out and beat whoever, this is more of a grounded approach to it versus what we have now. It should have been R, not PG-13. Truth. They said fuck twice. And I think the dialogue, there was probably a lot more graphic dialogue and shit, and they cut a lot out, and it's really sad. Like, damn. Good to have something that's not a team up versus a villain. That shit I like, but it's annoying as fuck. I like Danny and Rain together. It was cute. True, it was very cute. Overall, it's decent, but has problems. So that's how I feel about the New Mutants. I liked it, but I wouldn't want to own it. I will rewatch it eventually. Just to, get a real feel on it again to see if it's any better. But Yeah, you can tell they had issues with just dialogue, like the dialogue and shit, and how they delivered it. I guess came off kind of stiff. Oh, like what's a good example? Oh, AVP Requiem unrated. That's got some stiff ass dialogue. And that fucking teen plot that could have fucking been cut out easily. Ugh, gay. But I did my review on that before, so. So yeah, New Mutants, it's good. I wouldn't. I'd say it's kind of high. To me, it's kind of high as a Marvel film, and definitely deserves a little more work and attention to it. Like it was really good, but needs work. Yeah. I mean, less is more approach with a film is good. Like when I think of less is more, I can easily jump right to the Lauder trilogy extended easily. Like when you look at Lauder, its budget, like budget wise, it was less is more for real. Like it was 97 to 98 million, and it grossed a fuck ton of money out of that. And even better, Breakfast Club was done on a budget of $1 million, made 65 million. That's what I'm talking about. That less is more stuff. I like a less is more shoestring budget deal. Like if it's a low ass budget, it's guaranteed to be a lot better than it really appears to be. I mean, there are so many things that people will cut corners with to make a film easily presentable and whatnot. Like I mentioned that with Hot Boys with Master P. Like he saved a shit ton of money with music, clothing, and the cast. Because it was mainly everybody he worked with. He provided his own clothing line, No Limit Clothing. And had his own music from his own company. How fucking awesome is that? That's smart. Shit. But New Mutants, though, I don't know. It's good, but there's so much missing from it. Like it's one of those films that like they made it look like it was going to be super okay. It's more like 90s okay. Like if it came out in the 90s, it would totally get a pass. It'd be like one of those, oh man, you remember how good that was? Like yeah, that kind of setup. Like the only thing I can really compare it to is probably the Page Master in terms of less is more. And one of those that doesn't get talked about a lot, but just gets swept under the rug. Kind of. If you're sitting there saying, like, what do you mean Page Master? I can compare it to that. Page Master is a beloved classic. But nobody talks about it. Except you and me. Want to get some dinner sometime? Go to Arby's, get some curly fries. Yeah. So, if you liked the New Mutants, you'll definitely enjoy this. If not, totally understandable. If you hate Marvel because you are a hardcore DC fan, understandable. If you're a hardcore DC fan because you don't like Marvel tards, that's a new term I discovered on Twitter. I like that term. That's funny. You Marvel tard, dude. People always making up new words every day. And some of them make no fucking sense. Like, whatever. But, I don't know. If you don't like the cast, the director, the crew, the concept, the comics, you won't enjoy it at all. I think if they go back to the New Mutants and expand on it, hopefully they'll bring Chris Claremont and what's his name into the fold because they both worked on it. It would be nice. Because I wholeheartedly believe if you bring in the creators to help you make the movie turns out a hell of a lot better. But even with its bare bones setup and stuff, it's still good. It's still worth a watch. Um, if you don't want to watch it on demand, can't find it anywhere else, or no, if you can't, yeah, if you don't want to watch it on HBO Max and you don't have access to it, watch it on a site or rent it from your library. Easy as pie. But yeah, it's worth it. I think it's decent. It's worth a watch. So that's what I got. So I'm gonna get off here, and I got one more to upload, and then I'm done. So stay tuned.